What's up, y'all? Big Red here. Come back to another session of Clash of the Titans. I want to thank you for all my subscribers. Anybody tuning in and viewing, sorry, life this week's been kind of busy and been kind of playing update a little bit. Haven't had a chance to record anything, but I'm trying to get back on track. Picking up where I left off on Melee, we're going to do a battle of the Unharmed. We're only doing the Titan because he is one of the easier bosses, so it ain't like, oh, look at me, I'm so good, but it's more, I'm just going to compare the, vampires, bloodied, anti-armor, executioners, just give you an idea, what you're grinding for, the damage increase too from the update with Melee is pretty significant. You can see the electrical used to be like 100 solo, and it's almost 400. We're 1,000 with the vampires. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to get some of this testing and test some of these builds out, heavy guns too. But I'm already on Melee, so that's what I'm going to kind of continue with. And Unarmed is one of the funnest builds. If you have never played it, it is very powerful. Shout out to Tier and Captain Noob. They did a 1 second kill on Earl back in the day. And a lot of nerfs hurt Unarmed, but it's still a powerful build. Over in this one right here, this vampire has weapon speed plus 3 agility. Not perfect. I ain't changed it yet. Also have vampires with power attack damage, minus action point cost. That's not bad because it takes action points for power attack damage. So we'll compare power attack versus weapon speed too. We also have a anti-armor. I want to see his anti-armor with incisor, where we cap out with armor penetration. As bloody, going to get more damage. I also have a bloody with weapon speed. It's a 2-star. And I also have the executioners. We're going to compare all those right there. Over in the build real quick, we have a martial artist, of course, for swing speed, 30% swing speed, plus it also takes away some of the weight of our melee weapons. We have incisor, like I said, 75% armor penetration. We'll see how well that stacks with anti-armor, and the anti-armor outdo the bloody. We got blocker for 45% less damage from melee attacks. Definitely essential for low health and melee because you're right there in melee reach, so you definitely need this card. Iron Fist is only one level of it, so 20% damage. We got Traveling Pharmacy, weight of our chems. You could put the chemist backpack on. I got the grocers, and you can make room for barbarian, which it gives you 80. But I went with evasive because it gives me 45 to each damage and energy, where barbarian is just damage. We got also 5 to our strength with legendary strength, so a base of 20 strength. We got grenadier and perception to help with hack and slash, and napalm, exploding palm to get area damage, and we'll try to throw some VATs in there to compare. We got life giver maxed out for 45% max health, definitely essential for a low health build. That, along with Nocturnal Fortitude, is giving us 85 to our max health, so it's making us super tanky. Plus, we got endurance at 15, and we're a lot higher whenever we're at 28 with endurance. So we're super tanky. You want to be tanky in melee. You want to be able to take hit to hit. Fireproof for tankiness. Radical, not only for carry weight, but it adds 5 to your strength. That's why I run into melee. You really want to be, go low health, because I'm not saying you can't do good damage in full health, but you're missing out on so much damage with unyielding armor and with radical and different things you get with running bloody. We got ghoulish for a little bit of radiation healing because there's radiation all in this event. Chem Fiend for the cycle bus, we're going to pop and to last a little longer. Iron Stomach, I did have the Thirst Quencher, but it's affected. I'm going to clip that in and show you real quick. Alright, so you see it affects your AP, and I don't know when it's going to get fixed, but I'm not going to use it. We're just going to put Iron Stomach, get a little more resistance. We got Party Boy, whiskey, so easy to come by, wheat and rye and corn, and yeah, you can just farm that real easy. Easy buff, plus 6 star strength, definitely affecting our DPS. Tenderizer for more damage. Nerd Rage, because you don't know, every point in strength adds to your damage, so We get 40 damage resist, 20 damage, and 15 AP regen. Definitely essential for low health. Action Boy for AP regen. Evasive, like I said, 45 damage and energy. We're maxed out our agility. We got Born Survivor for kicking in our stim packs. We got Adrenaline for maxing our damage out. We'll max it out. We'll try to keep it maxed out with the area damage we'll be getting. We got Dodgy for tankiness. Well, he's costing 30 action points, but we'll be okay. Our action points are pretty high. We got Serendipity for survivability, almost avoid 50% damage. Definitely essential. You need this for low health. Ricochet will be totally in effect with the mole miners shooting at us. Definitely powerful card. Curator for bobblehead magazine. Starts genes for mutations. Well, I'll take good but sawed off for now. We got Bloody Mess for 15% extra damage. We're throwing better criticals in case we do a critical. And we got Exploding Palm and Hack and Slash for specials, like I said. Over in the bus real quick, we got Backwoodsman getting us 50% extra from our cooked food, and we got Bobblehead Strength. It's kind of taking the place of Stranger Numbers, getting that 25% to our strength and our damage. It adds a lot with that Stranger Numbers, so this kind of counteracts it. Gives us the similar damage where you'll be playing on team. Company T for AP regen. The Deathclaw Wellington's giving us 9 strings again, adding to our damage. We got the Tasty Meat Mutant Pie. It's like 220, I think, when you're playing on the team. 180 solo. So this gets us close, and maybe a little bit more, but I mean it's a fair comparison. Ton of melee buffs. They're easy to come by. Mirelurk Steamer, Grandma, Yasmin. Get one of those allies, and I don't craft any of this. I just server hop a couple times and stack them up. I got Adrenaline, Carnivore, Chameleon, Electric Charge, Grounded, Hermitality, Marsupial, Plague Walker, Skelly Skin, Speed Demon, Talons, Tristan Mustel, and Unstable Appetite. Yeah, I don't have to take class free because I didn't take anything affecting my strength. Full set of unyielding Secret Service armor. Alright, let's get ready. Let's do this. We'll start with vampires. Like I said, man, Unarmed is so fun. I mean, you're running around, you just one punching everything, and I got it. I never posted this run. I started doing this comparison before the update, so I have some footage. We're going after the fight. I will be clipping in different comparisons. I do have comparisons to show. I mean, how much the damage really changed. I mean, it is crazy. Crazy. Alright. See, right now our strength, we're at 57. We're gonna pop a whiskey. Now we're almost at 70 strength. Dude, that is crazy. We'll try to, like I said, we'll try to compare power attack and swing speed. I'll try to do all swing speed on this. What's up, bro? I need. Yeah. Okay, that's one. I need some more. I need some more little pesky little. Chill out. I need to stack my adrenaline up though. There's 2, 3. Oh, I need another one. There we are. Alright, there we go. I think we got enough now. Let's see. 1993 with a power attack. I've got weapon speed on, so we're just gonna go weapon speed. We're getting almost 1200, 1146. That is insane. I mean, that is an insane amount of damage we're getting. 1159 with melee. Who says melee's dead? Melee's not dead. It's not as sexy, don't get me wrong, as 1171. And that's just with the vampires. I definitely think weapon speed probably. I like having that power attack damage sometimes though, it is kind of cool. But weapon speed is always my go-to. I don't know about you. Look how quick we did that. And that's with him being more tanky. having more health. So I don't know, it kind of balances out, and to me, I mean, we get more damage, but we're still getting good damage even before. There we go. Make sure we keep our adrenaline stacked. Where is he at? There he is. Alright, let's come over here, take a Brahma milk, and let's switch over. Let's go to anti-armor. Alright. So, close to 1200, like 1170 was our highest numbers there. Let's make sure we got our adrenaline stacked. Alright, adrenaline is stacked. Let's get him. Power 1190, 14, almost 1500, 1441, 1453. So if your build's right, even with the anti-armor, you can tank it. Let's get a power attack. 2200 with power attack, and that's not even with extra power attack. This is just a regular anti-armor power fist. I mean a gauntlet that doesn't have any power attack damage, just limb damage. And we're getting a crazy amount. 1450. Let's get a hit in VATS. What are we getting in VATS? 830. 1429 for a VATS critical. It must have something fall off, like 2200. That is so crazy. Must have had some switch back over a vampire, stay alive. If your build's right, then you can tank this event pretty easy. They say melee is not powerful, so you don't have to have the vampires. It was about it. I mean, that's like almost a 300 difference with for the anti-armor from the vampires. But you're still getting 1200. I mean, that's still plenty good. All right, let's get a Brahma milk, radiation. Let's go to the bloody. All right, here we go. We're on the bloody. Got another. Let's stack up our adrenaline up. I know some people preach of, bloody, but with melee, which one's better? But we're about to see. Let's do one more kill, and we know we're maxed out. Let's make sure we got a whiskey and a cycle buff. Okay. All right, 1300. So you're seeing it's about 140, 50 difference. Anti-armor with incisor, even though it caps out at that 90 something. I mean, it's making a big difference. That, what is it, 25% difference, whatever it is. It's making a big difference. Let's do a power attack, 22. A power attack was pretty close, 22. But regular attacks, anti-armor is definitely more powerful than the bloody with melee weapons, with unarmed especially. I don't care what nobody says. Let's switch to our vampires. Not that I don't know, we can't tank it. I'm not gonna take any chances here. I'd say the vampires does really good damage. I mean, super good damage. I gotta see where's his health at. Y'all get off me, boy. There's a lot. There's way more mole miners here than there used to be. I need. I've never seen this many mole miners. Look how powerful this build is. I mean, not just my build like it's mine, but just how powerful melee is, unarmed is. Alright, we really need to take one more Brahma milk. Another Brahma milk. Alright, let's go. I don't know where his health's at. Okay, let's go to the vampires with power attack damage. 2940. Make sure we got a whiskey. Tackle buff. 3000 with power attack damage with the vampire. Dude, that is crazy. Alright, let's switch over and let's go to the executioners. Executioners with weapon speed. 1804. 1804, look at that. Finishing him off. Let's give one a little VATS, let's see. 2907. VATS is doing good. VATS was doing good. The VATS criticals were doing good. So we're going to clip in and show the other run from the pre-update, and I'm going to tell you, it is a significant difference. I'm going to have to go back and do another run so we can compare have a good comparison for power armor. I just wanted to compare the anti-armor with the vampires, with the bloody, with the executioners. You know, for boss fights, I mean, if you got an experienced enough player and you got enough, and you can tank it, and you got your build right, I mean, you can rock with the anti-armor and get the max amount of damage if that's what you want to do. But you could also, you know, if you're not if you're older, I mean, a newer player, maybe go with the vampires, or you get your build tanky enough, got the right cards to put in place, and you can survive, and you're still going to get good damage. The vampires did really good. And then maybe if you really like unarmed, you really want to rock this build, you want to rock an unarmed build, maybe, having your variety, between the anti-armor, executioner, and the vampires, and everyday play, probably, you use the vampires, save stim packs, and have that executioners when you get down below that 40% mark. You saw how quick his health went down. I mean, with that, we're almost getting 2,000 with no power attack damage, just weapon speed. But yeah, very impressed with what they did with melee. Definitely don't have to use VATS. You're getting a ton of damage outside VATS, which is cool. Opens up builds where you don't have to have a VATS build to be able to do damage on the boss. It'll be interesting to see with heavy guns. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. We're gonna clip in, and we're gonna do some comparisons. We're gonna do weapon speed over power attack, and we'll just show how much that, also maybe show how much the executioners was getting, maybe vampires versus, like, anti-armor, like what you're really missing out on. But it's about 300 damage. But all right, let's clip in the post update and compare and show you how much the damage actually changed. All right, here we go. We got pre-update on the bottom, post-update on the top. You can see the damage difference is just rounded to 400, 395, but we're getting like 15. So, I mean, it's like 1,100 difference. Anywhere between 1,000 and 1,100 difference on the damage. Power attack, we're getting 666. We're getting 3,000 on, like 2,200. So, definitely a dramatic difference in damage. They did up the damage, which is really cool. But with health, being more tankier, it kind of balances out a little bit because I start both the fights at the same time. And I think I might have run out of whiskey and when I was doing the other one, which might have slowed me down a second, which is about the difference in the fight. So we are getting more damage, but being tankier, it's kind of balanced out. Alright, I just showed you I had the weapon speed one and the power attack one, equipping them. And the power attack was getting right at 3,000. Weapon speed was like, what, 1140. And there was a little bit of stumbling with the weapon speed. I got knocked around a couple times, but it wasn't like it threw me off that much. But surprisingly, I thought weapon speed would win, but we're more than doubling with each punch. So even though we're not punching as fast, we're getting more than twice the amount of damage, and it outperforms the weapon speed by a pretty good bit. I mean, the play was pretty consistent. Like I said, I got knocked on just a little bit, but it wasn't that much. I mean, look how much longer it's taken the weapon speed to catch up. It's just about to finally get there. It goes. So yeah, it definitely got outperformed. Weapon speed got outperformed by power attack damage. I was surprised. With a VATS build, maybe I'd be different. You obviously want weapon speed, but I went back. I did another run, and I did have set up with critical savvy and better criticals. I'm not gonna do a side by side because it was it wasn't consistent. Trying to stay locked in, I had to come out off of that sometimes. But with better criticals going, I did cancel the carnivore, so I did have light tube too. I was getting 1,400 on VATS criticals, 2,400. You got and a 1,900 one. So the power attack damage, we were getting like 2,200 with anti-armor, and regular punches was like 14 something. So with VATS, we're getting anywhere between 800 on some on the regular punches, about 800, and the VATS criticals kind of matched the regular hits with 1,400, and occasionally you would have some that would be like a power attack, 1,900 or 2,400. Didn't have a lot of those. Depends on where, you can't really target the limbs with VATS and melee. So is VATS better with melee, or is it punching regular? It really kind of depends on your play style. I think punching is a lot easier. You don't have to worry about being locked in, although you do have hack and slash when you use VATS, so that is definitely a bonus that you have. But VATS is not just done away with. VATS criticals are still powerful, and even with melee. Alright, next we're going to compare the vampires with the bloody. We'll see how far off really is the vampires. We know the bloody was getting 13, and vampires was getting like 1150, 1170 at its best. They both have weapon speed. And let's just see how far off is it. If you want to go with vampires over bloody knight anti-armor, it was like almost a 300 difference, like 250 to 300 difference with anti-armor. But the bloodied wasn't, like I said, it wasn't that far off. Like 100 difference to 150. And I started these exactly the same time. You see bloodied obviously won, but vampires wasn't that far off. I mean, a few seconds. It's definitely a vital option, very powerful, and depends on what you want the most damage and the anti-armor, but you want to play with bloody, but your vampires will do close, not as much, but it'll keep you alive and make you immortal. So it depends on what you're looking for, what you want. Alright, let's do another one. I think this will be the last one, but this is going to be Executioners on top, and has swing speed on it, and the bloody that has swing speed. Let's show you the power of Executioners. Both these fights are started at the same time. Look at it, the health bar is going down so rapidly, and damage, is multiplicative, and it is a powerful effect to have for a boss fight to throw in on at the end. If your build is tanky enough to throw this thing on there, I mean, it outperforms it by a good little bit. So I definitely think it's Executioners. It's definitely a good effect to have, something you need to have in your back pocket. Yeah, there goes the bloody. But it's definitely, like I said, definitely an effect that you need if you want to be doing in-game content with boss fights. Have that to swap on. I'd recommend the anti-armor. I didn't have anti-armor weapon speed, so I won't compare it, but the damage numbers was higher. I was just trying to compare some of them, just to give you an idea in a relative practical application when they compare that vampires is still a vital option if you're trying to stay alive, having a hard time, especially if you got other people playing. You ain't solely responsible for DPS. Definitely a vital option. The medics would be a vital option for being on a team. But anti-armor is the winner for unarmed. It definitely gonna get you the most damage. Vampire for being immortal, and Executioners for taking and finishing off the boss. But tell me, have you ever rocked unarmed? Have you played a lot of melee? How do you like your unarmed? Have you seen the damage increase? Well, I haven't done heavy guns yet, but have you seen the damage increase? But how do you feel about how tanky they are versus the damage increase? Does it all kind of balance out? Tell me what you think about the update. And the rewards just sucked this season, but I do think there was a lot of good changes, especially legendary crafting. Still challenging, but at least we had a little more control. Yeah, if you haven't tried melee, you haven't tried unarmed, man, try it. It's one of the funnest builds in Fallout, I promise you. Alright, this is Big Red. Hope y'all thrive and survive out there. I'll see you in the next one.